Hello everyone and welcome back to Popcorn in Bed. Thank you as always for being here. I'm happy to be doing a show again. It's something to look forward to, the continuation of a story, even though this one is hard to watch, at least the first episode. I'm watching Chernobyl episode 2 tonight. I have to admit, I did go read a little bit about Chernobyl. Nothing about the show, but I just needed to know like a few more basic facts. It was just killing me. And so I tried not to like read anything too in depth, not really even about the USSR covering it up or anything like that, because I want to see that in the show here, but just about the radiation and the deaths. Okay, episode 2. I have anxiety, but I still need to see this story unfold more. Remember, if you guys want to subscribe and like and turn on those notifications, that's always really helpful. You can also head on over to Patreon. I try to put these episodes on 4 to 7 days earlier, and you get to do the full-length reaction with me. So, okay, let's do this. After the explosion.
You work too hard. It's boiling in here. $8 milliroentgen. Leak?
It's coming from outside.
The Americans?
Iodine 131, uranium decay, U-235.
Reactor fuel.
Oh, they don't know yet.
Ignalina, maybe 240 kilometers away.
No one probably knows. They're all probably still locking it down.
All right, stay calm. They're at 4. It's not them. Where's the next closest?
Chernobyl, but that's not possible. They're 400 kilometers away.
For 8 milliroentgen, they'd have to be split open. Maybe they know something.
Oh, it'd have to be split open.
Iodine.
Nuclear test?
We'd have heard that's what half our people work on here. No one's answering the phone.
Milk, much better than water.
No, stop! These are radiation burns. The clothes are contaminated.
Oh, this is the firefighter?
He was a firefighter from Chernobyl.
Will even holding their clothes like that give them radiation? Oh.
Would you care to read Deputy Chairman Shabina's report while you wait?
Certainly, thank you.
All right, Professor, they're ready.
We will begin with Deputy Chairman Sherbina's briefing.
I'm pleased to report that the situation in Chernobyl is stable.
Yes,
Plant
this is the guy from the
Bricano
beginning.
reports 3.6 Roentgen.
Professor.
I'm told it's the equivalent of a chest X-ray.
They're still saying it's 3.6?
Seems like it's well in hand, so meeting adjourned.
Professor, if you have any concerns, feel free to address them with me later.
I'm so sorry. Page 3. A fireman was severely burned on his hand by a chunk of smooth black mineral. There's graphite on the ground.
There was a tank explosion.
There's only one place in the entire facility where you will find graphite. Inside the core. It wasn't a control system tank that exploded. It was the reactor core. It's open.
I can assure you that Professor Legasov is mistaken. Bricano reports that the reactor core is intact. And as for the radiation...
Yes, 3.6 Roentgen, the maximum reading on low-limit dosimeters. I think the true number is much, much higher. This fireman was holding the equivalent of 4 million chest X-rays.
There's no place for alarmist hysteria.
It's not alarmist if it's a fact.
Well, I don't hear any facts at all.
Everyone just denies it.
I apologize. May I express my concern?
Professor Legasov.
Boris, I will allow it.
Thank you for listening to him. Okay.
An RBMK reactor uses uranium-235 as fuel. Every atom is like a bullet. Every gram holds over 1 billion trillion of these bullets. Chernobyl holds over 3 million grams, and right now it is on fire. That's 3 million, billion, trillion bullets in the air we breathe, the water we drink, the food we eat. Most of these bullets will not stop firing for 100 years. Some of them not for 50,000 years.
This concern stems entirely from the description of a rock.
He's a very smart man.
Comrade Shavina, I want you to go to Chernobyl and take Professor Legasov with you.
Forgive me.
Do you know how a nuclear reactor works?
No.
The professor probably doesn't want to go because he doesn't want to get exposed to that much so close. Finally, important people are gonna go look at it.
How does a nuclear reactor work?
What?
It's a simple question.
It's not a simple.
Hardly a simple answer.
Tell me how a nuclear reactor works, or I'll have one of these soldiers throw you out of the helicopter.
Okay.
A nuclear reactor makes electricity with steam.
I love when they draw diagrams for people in the movies, but really it's for us.
Take an unstable element which has too many neutrons.
The bullet.
Yes, the bullet. The bullets from one atom will eventually strike another atom, releasing a tremendous amount of energy, fission.
And the graphite.
We surround the fuel rods with graphite to moderate the neutron flux.
I know how a nuclear reactor works. Now I don't need you.
That guy's not nice.
Can you help me? I need to find my husband. Not now. You want to get sick? Go.
Please stay. Please stay.
Oh, that was the family up on the bridge.
Ignitenko, 6th Paramilitary Fire and Rescue Unit. I need to find him.
He's being transported by helicopter to Moscow.
Can I see him?
You want to see him, go to Moscow.
But they're not letting us leave here.
Tell them Major Burov allows it.
That poor woman. He's the one that went right up to the top of the stairs to pour water. Okay.
We're approaching the power plant.
What have they done? Look, that's graphite on the roof. The whole building's been blown open. The core's exposed.
Why, if we can't see, we don't know. Get us directly over the building,
We'll be dead within a week, dead!
Sir?
Get us over that building, or I'll have you shot.
What is wrong with him?
Fly directly over that core. I promise you by tomorrow morning you'll be begging for that bullet.
Oh my gosh. Is he doing it? He's not, right? I like this woman.
Perhaps if you came back another day.
At some point, someone has to listen, right?
I know about Chernobyl.
But I've been assured there is no problem.
I'm telling you that there is.
I prefer my opinion to yours.
I'm a nuclear physicist. You worked in a shoe factory.
And now I'm in charge to the workers of the world.
Wow. Wow.
Stable iodine will keep your thyroid from absorbing radioactive iodine. Get as far from Minsk as you can.
Everyone's just worried about themselves and not hundreds of thousands of people that are going to be affected.
Comrade Shavina, we have begun our own inquiry, and I have a list of individuals who we believe accountable.
Wow.
Professor Legasov, you've been saying dangerous things.
Very dangerous things. Tell me how an RBMK reactor core explodes.
It's disgraceful.
Wow.
To spread disinformation at a time like this.
Those two guys still are
Why
saying
did I see
that the
graphite?
reactor didn't.
Graphite is only found in the core, where it's used as a neutron flux moderator.
Farming, why did the deputy chairman see graphite on the roof?
Perhaps you saw burnt concrete.
Now, there you made a mistake. Because I may not know much about nuclear reactors. I know a lot about concrete. You think Legasov is wrong? How shall we prove it?
Our high-range dosimeter just arrived. Have one of your men get as close to the fire as he can. Give him every bit of protection you have, but understand that it may not be enough. Then I'll do it myself.
I feel like these are the real people. They're so good at acting. Is that the reader on the front of the truck? I want to give him a hug.
He's back.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Evacuate everyone.
It's not 3 Rondkin, it's 15,000.
Comrade Shavina.
What does that number mean?
Means the fire we're watching with our own eyes is giving off nearly twice the radiation released by the bomb in Hiroshima every single hour. 20 hours since the explosion, so 40 bombs worth by now. It will not stop. It will burn and spread its poison until the entire continent is dead.
Oh my gosh.
Dyatlov was in charge. It was Dyatlov!
Tell me how to put it out.
You are dealing with something that has never occurred on this planet before. Boron and sand. That'll create problems of its own, but I don't see any other way.
How much sand and boron?
5,000 tons. And obviously, we're going to need to evacuate an enormous area.
Never mind that. Focus on the fire.
Never mind that?
At least evacuate Pripyat. It's 3 kilometers away.
I'm in charge.
Where are you going?
I'm going to get you 5,000 tons of sand and boron.
It's in the water. It's everywhere. It's like probably every person that he passes. It's just no fair, they don't know.
I'd prefer one of those.
Are you here because of the fire? Anything we should be worried about?
He can't say anything.
No.
I guess what I didn't realize in the first episode when I was like, just say something. Say, I quit my job. I'm out of here. I'm not doing that. It's not that easy in Soviet Russia because it wouldn't just be your job. It would be your life. "30 hours after the explosion. And these poor pilots.
Remind them about the perimeter.
Maintain minimum 10-meter perimeter.
They're too close. Tell them.
Lead 1, you are inside the perimeter. Lead 1, do you copy?
Oh my gosh. Did it kill them?
Is there any other way, Legazo? Send the next one in.
How nice of you to phone. I was actually calling about our friend, you know, the one in the country. It's extremely hot, but his nephews are flying down. Oh, which nephews?
They're speaking in
Simka,
code.
who's 14, and little Boris. Children can make you even hotter when they're crawling all over you.
I'm sorry, I have to get back to work. It's very busy right now.
They're dropping sand and boron on the fire.
That's what I would do. Where are you going?
Chernobyl.
She's going there.
There are 50,000 people in this city.
We're staying here.
And
we'll
we're gonna
be
get
dead
cancer.
in 5 years. I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
Is he gonna take him seriously now? He's worried about his life?
A nuclear plant in Sweden has detected radiation. The Americans took satellite photos. The whole world knows.
That's a good thing. You need help.
The wind has been blowing toward Germany, not letting children play outside.
Evacuate the city. Come on, do the right thing.
One of the atomic reactors at the Chernobyl atomic power plant in the city of Kiev was damaged. Mild nuclear radiation had already reached beyond the Soviet borders to Scandinavia.
Wow, I can't believe how far it can travel. Oh, they're coming to evacuate. Finally.
Внимание, внимание! Уважаемые товарищи, в городе Припяти неблагоприятная, необходимые, однако безопасность
Wow.
возникает необходимость.
To have to leave your home. You don't know what's going on. The moment's notice.
14:00 начиная.
Looks like everyone's being very calm. And this is a small city. 50,000 they said. Where will they take them? Wow. I'm trying to think about how things would go here if something like this happened. Would people try to conceal it, downplay it? I don't know.
The guards arrested this woman at the south checkpoint.
I know that your reactor core is exposed. You're dropping sand and boron on it, which you probably thought was smart, but you've made a mistake.
She is awesome.
Smothering the core will put the fire out, but the temperature will eventually increase.
I estimate at least a month before it melts through the lower concrete pad.
You don't have a month, you have approximately 2 days. It's going to burn through the biological shield here by Tuesday. It's going to hit these tanks.
I understand your concern. Well, the tanks are nearly empty.
No, they were nearly empty. I'm guessing that every pipe in the building ruptured, and then there are those fire engines that I saw on the way in.
They've been gushing water into the structure this whole time.
Tanks are full.
Министров СССР. На Чернобыльской атомной электростанции произошла авария. Создана правительственная комиссия.
Is that like the one news outlet they're allowed to see? Oh boy.
I have 10 minutes. Then I'm back on the phone, apologizing to our friends, to our enemies. Our power comes from the perception of our power. Do you understand the damage this has done?
There is some good news. The airdrops are working to douse the fire. There is also an additional problem. The temperature will likely rise as a result of the blanket of sand we dropped, creating a kind of lava which will begin to melt down through the shield below.
You have made lava.
I anticipated this, but as it turned out, I was worried about the wrong thing. It was my understanding that these large water tanks were essentially empty. We are now aware that the tanks are full.
Why is that a problem,
Yeah.
Professor?
When the lava enters these tanks, it will instantly superheat and vaporize, causing a significant thermal explosion. Everything within a 30-kilometer radius will be completely destroyed, including the 3 remaining reactors at Chernobyl. All of the cores will be ejected and dispersed by a massive shockwave. The release of radiation will impact all of Soviet Ukraine, Latvia, Lithuania, Belarusia, Poland, Czechoslovakia, Hungary, Romania, and most of East Germany.
What do you mean, impact?
A nearly permanent disruption of the food and water supply. Steep increase in the rates of cancer and birth defects. For Belarusia and the Ukraine, impact means completely uninhabitable for a minimum of 100 years.
Oh my gosh.
And how long before this happens?
Approximately 48 to 72 hours.
How?
We may have a solution. We can pump the water from the tanks. We need to find 3 plant workers to enter the basement here and give us the access we need to pump out the tanks.
And
of course,
save
we will need your permission.
My permission for what?
We're asking for your permission to kill 3 men.
All victories inevitably come at a cost.
Oh my gosh. This is probably going to be a very stupid question. But why do we need nuclear power plants? There's other way to get power, which is coal, but we can't because that's a non-renewable resource. Is that why? It just seems like the risk is so high. I mean, I guess they thought nothing like this could ever happen, but a completely empty city. I'm getting that ill feeling again.
The valve will be difficult to operate, so we'll need 3 men. And of course, any volunteers will be rewarded. A yearly stipend of 400 rubles.
Do you even know how contaminated it is?
Are they not going to tell them they'll be dead in a week?
Why should we do this? For what, 400 rubles?
You'll do it because it must be done. And if you don't, millions will die. If you tell me that's not enough, I won't believe you. And it costs the price I have to pay. I'm making my peace with it. Now you make yours. Go into that water, because it must be done.
Wow. No one will volunteer.
Ananenko.
Where's Parlov? Baranov?
They're so brave. I could never. I'm not brave. Holy cow. Those are intense suits. And they still won't be good enough. Do they have readers? Is that the crackling noise? Yeah, I'm like shaking. Oh no. Oh my gosh, that blackness with just the meter going crazy. Ugh. Wow, the numbers that they're saying just seem so untouchable and insurmountable. Like, I don't know how they fix this in only 3 more episodes. And the scale is just like when he was telling the committee if the other reactors went off, those cities would be inhabitable for 100 years. And all their food and water would be poisoned by radiation. That's just like, I can't even comprehend. He knows, just being there, that he's probably gonna be dead in 5 years. And then those volunteers at the end, not to mention the firefighters. Oh, it feels so heavy. I just feel so tense the entire episode. But at the same time, I'm horrified, but I need to keep watching, which makes me know that this show is amazing. Oh, I think I'm gonna watch another episode right now. It's after midnight, but it's crazy because I heard about Chernobyl. I just didn't realize how very, very little I knew. Thank you so much for watching along with me. I'm completely hooked now. It's just crazy that this actually happened. It's scarier than like what they could have imagined because it was real. You know what I mean? Okay. Okay. Have a wonderful night. Thank you guys for being here, and I'll see you soon.